Hi everyone and welcome back, and if you're new here, I am Prakriti, and in today's video I am going to show you how to make your eyes appear round and big and youthful. I'm going to use makeup for that without a doubt, and this is an accentuated round eye makeup look. I just love round eyes. There is something about them that I really like. I feel that it looks more youthful and I feel that it looks very innocent, and that's why I like making my eyes look more round instead of foxy nowadays, because I'm kind of over the foxy eye trend. This video is going to be a bit more lengthy than usual because I made it specially for the beginners, as I am going to share all the tools that I use for my eye makeup every time, and I'm going to share all of my techniques, yes, almost all, to get this eye look. So if you want to see how I create this youthful, natural and innocent eye look, please keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with an eyeshadow base, and for that I'm using this NYX eyeshadow base in the shade called Skin Tone. The brush that I'm using is very flat, but it has an angle to it, so you can use any flat brush or you can also use your fingers to apply the eyeshadow base. Now I generally apply it with a brush, and then I'll just go in with my finger because this just melts the product. And you definitely want to use an eyeshadow base because that will just cover all the veins on your eyelid, and I also have some pigmentation going on, so it will also cover that. So that's why you need to use an eyeshadow base. You can also use a concealer, but make sure that if you're using a concealer, it should have an almost matte kind of finish. Otherwise you won't be able to blend your eyeshadow properly. To create a round eye shape, first you have to know that what a round eye looks like. It's generally large and round in shape, and the white portion of the eye is more visible. Now also round eyes tend to end in a circular form on the outer corner. Another thing that I have noticed about round eyes is that the lower part of the iris, it's almost completely visible. Round eyes are generally protruding instead of deep set, and I feel that they actually look very youthful and innocent, and I really love that kind of finish because you look very young. And especially I have really deep set eyes. They are a mixture of hooded and almond, so I really like making them look more round. First of all, we are going to get to the crease. I have divided the eyes into sections, and I'm going to work according to that so that it's easy for you guys to understand. So first is the crease, and for that first is the transition shade. Now round eyes have a very well defined crease. I also have a nice and well defined crease, but I don't have a lot of lid space going on. I have deep set eyes, so I will use a lighter color. Basically I am going to build it up very slowly, but if you have deep set eyes, use a lighter color in your crease. The transition shade should be very close to your skin tone, but it should be from the same palette from which you are going to pick the rest of the colors, or it should have the same undertone. For example, if your eye look is going to be warm toned, make sure that your transition shade is leaning a little bit towards the warm tone, and if it's going to be cool tone, your transition shade should be a little bit towards cool tone. Now you cannot do the opposite, like if you are doing a warm tone look, you cannot use a cool tone transition shade. That will just mess up the whole look. So I like using a transition shade that is very close to my skin tone. I don't know why am I sinking. A transition shade that I really love and shade that blends everything in seamlessly, especially for my skin tone, is going to be this one from the NYX Ultimate Edit Petite eyeshadow palette, and this one is in the shade Warm Neutrals, I guess. Since this is a beginner's tutorial, so I'm also going to talk about the tools. Definitely for a transition shade you want to use a brush that is round and fluffy, and it should be very fluffy, you guys. And I suggest that you go with natural brushes instead of brushes that have synthetic hair, because natural brushes, they absorb a little bit of product, hence there will be no patchiness. But it's a little bit difficult to work with synthetic brushes, according to me, according to what I feel. So I like using natural brushes, but if you want you can use synthetic brushes as well. This one is a natural brush, and this one is from the Morphe Eye Credible set. They have discontinued that set now, but I also use a synthetic brush that I really like. This is the Wet n Wild P20 brush, and they look like this. So you can see that both of these are round and both of these are very fluffy, and I really like both of them, but I prefer the Morphe one because this has natural fiber. I think PAC has some natural hair brushes. You can buy that, or you can also buy Morphe brushes from a trusted Instagram store if you want, or you can also order it from Morphe's official website, but then you have to pay customs and all of that headache. I am just picking up the shade Since this is a transition shade, it's very close to my skin tone, so you don't have to be very precise while picking up this shade. Like, just go ahead and tap it in and make sure that you tap off the excess. You can either use windshield wiper motions or you can use circular motions like the one that I am doing right now. Make sure that you hold your brush at the back and use the least amount of pressure. Definitely tap off excessive product from the brush. You can also do windshield wiper motions, but I feel that my eyes are like long, so that doesn't work for me, so I go in with circular motions. And also I like going into my inner corner, so for that, definitely circular motions. If you want, you can build it up, but I'm going to leave it to this because I'm going to use a couple of more shades into my crease. So let's have a little rosy moment today. I'm going to pick up this shade. Actually, I was planning to pick up this, but now I'm just going to pick up this shade on a tapered blending brush. This is the brush that I'm going to use. This is from Pro Art AE25. Again, I think this has natural hair. You can get this brush from Pro Art's official website because it's no more available on Nykaa. You can see that this is tapered and this is for a little bit more precise application. Now the shade that we are going to use is going to be a darker shade than our transition. Obviously, I am going to pick up this shade right on the tip of my brush. So you can see that this is my actual crease, but I'm going to place it a little bit above that, over there. I'm also going to bring it to the inside. Keep the transition shade handy, you guys. It's going to be very useful. On the older brush, and just going to blend this in, and you'll see how seamlessly this blends in the eyeshadow. I'm being very gentle because I don't want it to be patchy. You want to focus in this area, otherwise it will become a more winged look. So I am going to pick up a deeper shade. For that, I'm going to use this pointed blending brush. This one is actually from Morphe. Let's try out this last shade from the same palette. And again, you want to pick it up on the tip of your brush. And again, with a very light hand, I'm going to place it into my crease, well, a little bit above my crease. So for the eyelid, I want to accentuate my eyelid as much as I can because it makes my eyes look big, it makes my eyes look protruding. I have very deep set eyes. And for that, you can either use a matte shade or a metallic shade, or you can even use a shimmer shade. But I am going to use a concealer first over here. So you can just take any concealing shade like this one. You can also use your eyeshadow base. Just pat it on the eyelid and then blend it in. And you can see that the droopiness that I had, the hooded part, it looks a little bit concealed. So that's why I like doing this a lot. Now next we are going to do the lower lash line, and for that I really like highlighting my under eye bags. Like, I'll place my eyeshadow over here instead of directly going on my lower lash line. That makes your eyes look big. Now if you place your finger over here, you will feel the eyeball curving down. Obviously, you just have to place the eyeshadow in this area instead of going directly on your lower lash line. So these are the brushes. I am going to show you a close-up. These are flat and they are a little bit more stiff than the blending brushes. I am going to pick up the transition shade first. Again, I just pick it up on the tip. Another great thing it does is that if you face creasing on the under eye, it's gonna conceal that for you. On the other hand, if you're doing foxy eye, you need to apply this eyeshadow right on your lower lash line to lift the eye. Now I'm picking up the next pink toned shade. Tap off the excess. Make sure that you bring it all the way to the inside and then connect it to the outer corner. Now you don't want this portion to look like a winged thing, so I'm just going to take my brush and I'm going to blend it out a bit so that it doesn't look too much, because you don't want it to look like that. Again, just pick up a transition shade. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is brow bone highlight and inner corner highlight. So I don't have close set eyes, I do not have wide set eyes. So basically I can do an inner corner highlight, but if you have really close set eyes, please go ahead and highlight your inner corner. But if you have wide set eyes, never ever highlight your inner corner. It's gonna make them look more wide apart, which you don't want. The brush that I'm going to use is this. I actually had a smaller one, but I can't find it right now, so this is the brush that I'm going to use. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of highlighter on this brush right on the tip. Now I'm going to place it right on my inner corner. Just press it there. Also take it a little bit up and down. On lower lash line, obviously you want to go in with a white kohl or kohl that's skin colored. I am using this Wet n Wild kohl pencil in the shade called Calling Your Buff. And on the upper lash line, you want to use a black kohl. Once your lower waterline is done, next you are going to move to the upper waterline and just apply the tiniest amount of this black kohl on your upper waterline. Now next is your brow bone. You don't have to highlight your brow bone if you have really hooded eyes. Like if this part is drooping a lot, highlighting your brow bone is going to accentuate that and your eyes are going to look more droopy. For me, it's drooping a little bit, so I just place it a little bit, just the tiniest amount of highlight on my brow bone. And for that I am going to use the brush that I used for my lower lash line. Just gonna place a little bit of highlight over here. I'm gonna blend it in with my fingers and that's it. So now I think you can see that this eye looks more round. If you like round eyes, this tutorial is gonna be helpful. You can achieve that shape with these techniques. But if you like your eye, it's completely okay. If you like foxy eye, it's completely fine. This is something that you can do for round eyes to accentuate round eye shape. Obviously you can apply lashes and mascara, but I like applying only mascara and leaving it to that, because I think it's a really natural and youthful kind of look, and lashes just don't fit in with this look. So this is the completed look. That's it for the eye look. It's very natural and it's very youthful. Yeah, that's it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, do not forget to hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.